Previously on Two Past Midnight.
They do not want us here and they will not give us any aid. The tank brigade makes regular stops here. We should continue on.
Look, we don't need to bring any more trouble to these folks. We brought enough upon ourselves.
They don't want to be punished as collaborators.
Well, question is, can Cap make it?
Well, I already told you guys, don't worry about me. Let's keep trying to move along. I'll go as far as I can go.
Up ahead, you actually see what looks like a gas station.
Oh, God, we
Country.
not have good luck with gas stations.
Nope, son of a...
Might as well be a cemetery.
So he stops and then motions for everybody to stop behind him and looks through with the binoculars to see what he can see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, outside, you don't see any cars outside of it. It just looks like a old gas station. Looks like it hasn't been used in a while. Roll me a reconnaissance roll with your +2 for...
Infiltrator?
No, for using binoculars to actively scout it, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, well, that was going to ask you, can I roll to observe if anybody is, like, the surrounding area? Yep, I got you.
That's what I was talking about.
A 10 and a 2. I would like to re-roll the 2 if I can.
You can't actually push it because at that point it's still a passive roll.
I got you. So 2 successes.
So 2 successes. Okay. So you're watching it for a little bit, and you see like a silhouette go by a window on the inside of it, and it looks like there's probably a couple people inside.
Okay, we're avoiding this. All right, he walks back towards the group.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, we got a gas station up ahead that is occupied. I don't know how many are in the force that's in it. Could only be a couple, but there's definitely more than one. I think that we should avoid it.
Do they got any vehicles?
He literally just looks at you and then looks back to the rest of the group.
Maybe they could help us as well. What if I go in unarmed and see what they have? And if they're willing to help?
I mean, that's up to you. My instinctual thought is they could have eyes on it surrounding. It's a perfect place for...
Not only that, but a gas station this close to where these guys are operating at.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, if they're running a division like this, they are probably in these guys' pocket if they actually do have any kind of resources of gas.
But here's what I'm saying. At this point, we know there are people there, and we know nothing about them beyond that they exist. If I go in with nothing to take, worst case scenario,
they take your life and...
People are more... well, less likely to kill you for nothing than something. You know, if I have nothing, they have no reason to kill me. They assume that they kick me out and the world will kill me, you know?
Yeah, my thought was just you go walking up, they don't give you shit, whatever. You come walking back and they're like, oh, he's probably with a bigger group.
Or I continue north and you all sneak around and meet me over that side. Not to link back up in the same spot, but...
I like that plan better.
Do you want us to keep a scope on you for backup if things go pear-shaped?
I mean, it's similar to hostage situation, so yes. It's not new to me. It's like I was hostage negotiator a couple times. So yeah, no, this is no different.
I got a rifle. Murph has a rifle if need be, if you want us to keep an eye on it. If not, we can flank on the other side and wait for it to pop out.
This does not sound like a terrible plan, but I must go in with nothing. So,
Drop your gear. We'll carry it and meet up with you. If we see you continue to head north, I'll spot up and keep eyes on you.
By the way, you were 120 meters away from it by the time you saw it. I just want to point that out.
oh, okay. Merrick's gonna go in. He's gonna leave all of his gear with the group and go in and talk to him.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry if that threw you.
No, that's fine. Let me just fucking build a map for a gas station.
We don't. I mean, do
Oh,
we
you
need-
don't
Let
have-
me just build a map for
We
a
should have a
gas
dozen
station.
of those.
Yeah, how many gas stations have you used already?
So you go walking towards this gas station.
I feel like Serotonin Ronan already gave us one, right? Didn't
Yeah,
he?
well, not for how I want to do this one. So
Not for this guy's
Not
death
for the
scene.
bloodbath that's coming down.
Do we need a map? Is the question.
I need an exterior map. Yes.
Here's my question. What would you have done if we had decided to assault this? For you listening audience, Adam is just taking off his headphones and doesn't want to hear anything that I have to say.
He's pissed off because we decided to actually talk to this gas station.
I know, right?
And if he would have
We
just put
choose
the tank at this gas station, we could move on with the story.
right. If we choose non-violence, he's like, well, now I got to do a thing. How terrible.
I have a very stupid question. He said it's 120 meters.
Yeah.
So would that be 12 on
You
the
can
range
shoot
or
outside of your
120?
first range increment. Do we
I
know this
understand.
yet?
Yes, I understand.
Yeah, homie's got an A and an A
thank
plus
you.
bonuses and is afraid to back up.
No. I just want to make sure it was only the second range increment.
I only want to take a -1.
Okay, so we approach this gas station.
No, he
Methodical.
No.
approaches this gas station.
Merrick approaches the gas station methodically.
Bruce is excitedly following Murph with his sniper rifle, hoping to learn how to snipe better.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, I'm thrilled about that.
Hoping
this,
to
buddy.
learn
We
how to
got this.
snipe. The trees in this area are quivering in their boots.
My range combat is a D and a B.
Brian, quivering in their roots.
Rude. Oh, man, I missed the pun. Dang it, I missed the pun. Oh, I'm ashamed of myself. That's it. Good night, everybody.
They're about to be weeping willows.
I missed such an obvious pun.
It's right there. Right there.
Well, Bruce, if you're next to me, I guess you don't have to worry about me shooting you, do you?
Yeah, I played that game. Wherever you're aiming, that's where I want to be.
But
Center of your crosshairs is the safest place in the world.
that's so mean.
Yeah, why don't you post up a little closer between me and the target? That would be a good idea.
Roger, roger. All right, we're going to bypass we're just going to walk past the gas station.
Adam would be so pissed at this point.
You're done with the map? Yeah, we decided to just go and walk around.
Yeah, we decided we're just going to walk past it. It's fine.
Hey, what's that over there?
It's 5 tanks? Oh, no.
He put his ears back on.
I can hear you guys anyway. All right, so Novik, so you go wandering up towards this gas station, right?
Mm-hmm.
By the way, Adam, Murph is prone.
Oh, no, don't. What? I'm sure he is. We'll worry about all that here in a second, and then you guys can set up where you want to be. And I'm going to move you guys to the map. I had to throw together real quick. You are to the south, down here. So where do you guys want to go?
Oh, crap. There's a map.
Yeah, so it's basically at this intersection. It's on the northwest side of the intersection, and you guys were coming up from the south, and that was where you saw it.
All right, Murph, where's the best place to set up? What's the best vantage point if we're going to cover here?
The outcropping of rocks right up there to the northwest.
Yeah, technically that's blocking terrain, so you're either in that hex or you're not in that hex.
Understood. Can be in that hex, though, right?
No, because you can't go through that hex. That's why it's blocking terrain.
Oh, totally.
Rules as written. Page.
War. Good God.
Oh, can do the one to the
Yeah,
southwest
you just took that raw, Chris. No.
Yeah. Yeah. Southwest to it or southeast of it, one or the other.
Page 57. So technically, guys, be aware of the type of terrain that you're in. For example, you are in open terrain. The shrub one would be to the north. Murph, you are also in open terrain. Emmett, you're behind the rock, so you wouldn't be able to see the gas station at all. Novik, you are in wooded terrain.
Yep.
So Murph and Bruce will be in the same hex there.
Like I said, open terrain. That's open terrain. Technically, because it's shrubs to the north, woods to the south.
So if we went back one, we would be if we went
And
here,
that's the
we'd be
blocking terrain hex, Chris, that you can't be in.
I moved it out of the way because
Right.
he was moving his.
So
So here,
Yeah, that would be a wooded hex, yes.
I could make that shot. Okay.
the one in front of it had a couple of trees. I thought maybe that was workable.
No.
It's scrub.
Well, it's shrubs here. This one's open.
All right,
You know what?
we're chilling in the scrubs.
Yeah, it's really right off the road, though. What about this one, Adam?
Yeah, you could do that, but like I said, this hex straight to your north, this one, is blocking. So technically, you wouldn't be able to see through that one. So you could get a field of fire on that, but if anything was further to the east, you wouldn't have any shot on it.
I gotcha.
So anything
Okay.
there, we're
So
screwed.
my options are right off the road either way, here or here.
Or you could methodically cross the road
You
and get shot up.
you guys could split the blocking terrain with fields of fire. One of you takes the right, one of you takes the
I
left.
got that, but it seemed like homie wanted to be in my hip pocket.
It's up to you guys.
So we'll stay there. That's fine.
All right, so you're approximately 120 meters away from the gas station. Correct?
Yeah.
All right. And then where are you going to be, Kyle?
Right by my buddy.
Up my ass.
Backpack.
So you're going to be right there with Murph is where you're going to be?
Yep.
So you know what your job's going to be, Bruce?
No, tell me.
Here. Hands him the binoculars.
Okay. But I have this rifle.
Right. You're going to be my spotter. That's how you're going to learn.
Okay.
So, point out targets. If I miss, tell me where I missed. Call them out as you see them.
I can do that. Also, I already have a pair of binoculars. You hold on to those.
Cool.
All right. Cool. All right. So Murph, you're hiding in a wooded hex. Emmett, you're behind blocking terrain, and Kyle, you're in the same wooded hex with Murph, correct?
Yep.
Okay. That forest will give you a +1 to your infiltration. So go ahead and roll me a recon roll.
Plus my camos.
Yeah.
So I'm recon +2.
+1 for the terrain. And yes, for your camos.
1 success.
1 success.
Is it pushable?
Yes, it is.
I'll push the non-success. Oh, another success. 2 total.
Okay. Jeremy, Novik's going to go walking towards the gas station, correct?
Before Novak goes, he's
Uh-huh.
going to take off his coat and leave all of his gear with one of the civilians he's been traveling with so far, because he's been with them longer.
Okay.
So he hands him his pistol and the other miscellaneous items he's carrying, and he leaves him his coat, and he kind of like fucks his hair up a little bit more. He messes it up to try to look a little more road weary at this point, or
Disheveled.
yeah, disheveled. So he kind of mess up his appearance a little bit more to look like he's more of a been on the road longer than he actually has been.
Okay.
Before he heads out, let's make a plan. We want to meet 1 or 2 clicks north. If you get sent on your way.
If it goes bad, I will continue north, and you should all circumvent this and go around and then catch up with me.
We'll loop around to the west.
What's the sign for these are bad guys, and what's the sign for these are good guys?
The sign for these are good guys is I come back. The sign for these are bad guys is I am dead or I go north.
It's a good plan.
Okay. If they are bad, I do not come back.
Pleasure knowing you.
It was nice to meet you. Hopefully we'll meet again, briefly.
Hey, Chris, you get 2 initiative cards, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I just make sure I have the right number of initiative cards. All right, so Novik, so you start walking towards the gas station.
Right. And he's doing it in a way to also appear as if he's lost.
Okay.
So he's kind of looking around and making it really obvious what he's doing. And he's looking at the sun, he's looking at the roads, and he's, just looking confused.
Travolta
Okay.
from Pulp Fiction.
That's it.
Right. I got you. All right, so you're walking towards the gas station, and roll me a recon roll, actually.
Okay.
You roll me a recon roll. Because Murphy saw them, but that doesn't mean you see exactly where they are. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. That's a 5. And a 7. Is it pushable?
No.
Well, that's fine.
But as you're getting closer, you actually do see one of the guys, like you see a shadow move, like inside, and like looks like it, like somebody tucks down and like has basically like partial cover in one of the windows that has been kind of shot out, and like the glass is broken. You see somebody kind of like taking cover into there as you start moving closer.
He's gonna move a little bit closer, and kind of make it obvious that he saw them, and kind of wave at them. Like he kind of like crouches down and he's like, hey, and he puts his hands up and he's like, huh, trying to like international sign of, I don't have anything. I just want to talk.
You start noticing hunting rifles pointed at you through the windows, and you can see this too, Murph and Kyle. Actually, I think so. Kyle, roll a recon roll at a +2.
Nope, don't see anything.
Yep, you don't say anything. Murph, roll me a recon roll.
With pluses?
Nope, because he has the binoculars.
We have 2 sets. I didn't borrow his.
So you've got the binoculars, not the rifle?
Oh,
No,
never mind.
I'm looking through the scope.
Okay.
So Still,
That's what I wanted to ask. That's why I was asking.
A and a B. 10. 10. 2 10s.
All right, yeah, you actually do. You see 4 different people in the windows with hunting rifles pointed out towards Novik.
He calls them out to Bruce.
Mm-hmm.
I've got 2 here, 2 here. Keep your eyes on. It could get sporty.
4 guys. Oh, jeez.
And Novik, they don't seem to come out of the gas station. They're still in there with the rifles pointed at you.
He's gonna keep going. And he's just waving. Hi. Hey. Hello. Hello. And he's calling out in Polish. Hello.
You hear a voice come from inside the gas station. It says, "What are you doing? Are you lost?"
I think I'm lost. I'm trying to get to Zwolen. Is it to the east of here or to the north? I'm and they're speaking Polish, right?
Right. Yeah, they're speaking
Okay.
Polish.
I got really turned around and I'm just trying to head north. Do you guys have any food?
We don't have any food. What do you have?
I have nothing. Look at me. I have nothing. And he kind of like spins around with his arms up.
Approach.
Okay. And he moves forward.
Yeah. So as you start moving closer to the gas station, like that, you can tell they still have the rifles trained on you.
Yep.
And they come closer. Come out right here outside the gas station.
Okay.
Lay down.
Okay. I'll lay down. And he lays down on his face.
And you hear the door kind of like creak open, and someone comes stepping out, but still like the rifles are pointed at you. And you can see this too, Murph. You guys see somebody come out, and
I was going to say, can I put Overwatch on one of the...
If you
On the
didn't, it'd
hex?
be a missed opportunity.
Yeah, you put it on wherever hex you want to put it on.
Okie dokie.
I mean, they, for all intents and purposes, have it on Jeremy, so guy comes out and starts, like, patting Novik down to see if he has anything on him.
Not a fucking thing. Not even
Yep.
a wallet. Nothing.
Where are you coming from?
I'm heading from Krakow, and I'm going to Zwolen to meet my daughter there. I think she's there. I'm not sure, but I'm not very good with the directions. I'm kind of lost, and I'm a bit hungry, and
Zwolen is to the northeast, if that is where you are headed.
to the northeast. Okay.
Yes, quite a ways to the northeast.
Do you have any food? Any water?
No, we do not have food. Do not have anything. This
Nothing,
river just
nothing.
right around over there. You could get water from there.
There is a river there? I
To the
must
west.
have gone the completely
If you're
wrong
coming from the
direction.
south, you must have come across it.
It's been a lot of days. I don't know if I remember crossing a river or not. I'm assuming at some point you're going to want me to roll for the bullshit that I'm spitting. Okay.
I mean, there's going to be some negatives. So, 1,
Yeah.
they have more people than you,
Yep.
as far as they know.
Right.
So that's 1. What are you trying to convince them of? 2.
I'm lost.
Okay. Of your bullshittery. Yep.
And harmless. Lost and harmless.
Well, that's what you're trying to convince them of.
To be fair, I want to convince them that I'm harmless and they have nothing to gain by hurting me.
Right. So I'm going to not allow a bonus one direction or the other for that then. Because that's literally what you're trying to convince them of. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Mhm.
So let's go to that little fucking chart. Let's see.
This is fun.
Yeah.
I love persuasion rolls. It's
Yeah.
a good time.
All right. You have more people than them? Yep, they do. What you ask for doesn't cost them anything. It doesn't. So you get a +1. Your opponent, nope. Opponent is sick. Nope. Held captive by you. They should get a +1 for that. That's cool. So they're at a +2. Nope. technically you should get a -1 for they have more people than you. Helping from you. Your opponent has nothing to gain by helping you. Another -1. You're held captive by your opponent. Yeah, yep. And that's -3. Okay.
So
there you go.
Total -2 or -3?
3.
Let's see. That's the and then that's 2, 3. Okay. Fun.
What are you at right now? It's a pushable roll too, by the way.
Oh yeah, I'm totally gonna push this. This is push worthy. I am at a C and a D is where I'm at. That sucks. And that sucks. Nope, I got a 1 and a 3.
Oh, so you got a point of stress.
I didn't push it.
You didn't push it? Okay.
Because the D6 and that 16% almost isn't worth the guaranteed point of stress and only 1 success. So I'm going to eat it. I'll eat it this time and see what happens. We'll see what happens.
Okay, so they're like... He said, you hear him yell back, he's got nothing on him. He doesn't have anything on him. And, fuck it. Stop it. You know what? Go back from where you came, man. Just get the fuck out of here, all right? Just turn around, get out. But we ain't got nothing here for you.
But you said it was to the northeast. I'll just head north if that's...
No, turn around, head back the way you
I'll
came.
head north. To turn around, but I'm heading northeast. That's the way I'm going.
That's fine. Turn around, head back. You can loop around some other way if you want.
Okay. He's gonna get up and start walking back.
All right, and you see the other guy start to move back towards the gas station, and goes back inside.
So he stands up and starts walking back, and as he's facing the direction where he knows the sharpshooters are, he's going to try to pass them a signal of something like the hand to the neck, but way more subtle to low and that they are not going to catch. Just let it go. We're going to head south and loop around. But he's going to wait till he's going to get to the corner of the cross section of the intersection and try to pass the signal.
Okay.
Recon?
Yeah, I'm going to say recon. Yeah. That was exactly what I was about to say.
All right. This one is not too bad. All right, let's try this. I got a 6 and an 8, so 2 successes, but I can't push it.
Right. Okay. All right, so you start walking back. Murph, as he's walking, you can see that there's still 2 people, 4 people total, in those windows in the front. And they have rifles pointed out. You also notice that they're not just pointing them at him, they're scanning the terrain around him. It's not like they're solely focused on him. Based upon their behavior, it seems like they think that he's with somebody else.
They're essentially doing the same thing that we are.
Right.
Merrick looks over to where he knows that Bruce and Murph are hanging out, and just kind of he looks dead at them and just shakes his head no as subtly as possible, and just continues walking.
Yeah, no joy on that one.
I'm guessing this was a failed operation.
It's a bust.
So you keep walking back. You're about halfway back to the tree line. Feet going ka-chunk on the pavement. Ka-tunk, tunk. Keep going. All of a sudden, you hear bird goes by. You keep
He
walking.
jumps a little bit.
They shoot. They open fire.
I open fire.
And you make it back to the tree line.
He's going to continue to walk past them because he's not stupid and he's been on stakeouts before. And just continues walking south and lets them pick their time to meet up with him.
The civilians start pulling out because they were in foliage, so they are not visible from where they are.
You think he forgot where we were at?
No.
God, Bruce.
I give Murph an elbow when I say that.
No. Let's go.
Kyle, roll me a recon roll. This one is pushable.
Any pluses or any minuses?
You get a +1 for the terrain, I think. Yep.
1 success, 1 failure.
Okay. You come pulling out of the wooded area where you were hiding, and kind of crawl out and start making your way south. That's it. You head south.
That was nice. Nice. Brian about pooped his pants.
Yeah, I did. I was. I stopped breathing for.
I'm sorry, it was worth a shot, but they were not having it. They are not the kind of people we want to be with. We should go around them as well as we can.
Well, that's what we were trying to let you know. Luckily they didn't just open fire, protect themselves as you got closer. A lot of times people were willing to shoot first, ask questions later.
Did you get any intel while you were there? How many? What's in there? Anything like that?
There were 4 of them is what I saw, but as far as what is in...
You saw 5. There were still 4 in the windows when that one guy came out.
Gotcha. There were 5 in there, but I could not tell if there was anything in there. Besides, it is at intersection on road. It's probably picked clean. If they are there, they already have everything that could be there, and they're trying to take more from other people. But you cannot always assume that they are bad people until you talk to them, you know?
Let me get this straight. We're going around the town we were just in. We're going around the military that's over there, and now we're going around the gas station. Who's keeping track of all this?
I think it takes you another hex of movement to back off from an encounter. So, so essentially it would be now you're heading into evening.
Are you complaining, or are you just talking about the added time?
I'm talking about taking
Both.
2 steps forward and 3 steps back every single time.
You want to get in another firefight?
I'd like to win one. Is that possible?
No.
Choose your battles. When you have tactical advantage, take it. We make that mistake often.
It's 5 versus 13.
All right, so we'd be heading into the evening if you guys are backing off now. So just letting you know, that's where we'd be headed to. So Kyle, roll me a d6 for weather.
I rolled a 3.
Okay. Yep, weather stays the same. So it is clear, but, headed into nighttime. So, well, it's evening, but what do you guys want to do?
How many shifts have we moved? We traveled for 2 shifts? Right?
What?
It was a
Yes,
general
you traveled
question
for
to
2.
the group.
Yeah,
not
this is
just
the
ref.
second. Yeah, day, evening. Sorry, there was
Okay.
silence, so I wasn't sure if it was directed at me or the room.
It was directed at the room,
Okay.
and you happen to be the first answer.
I actually thought it was directed at him.
So this will be our 3rd shift of travel if we travel this shift, right?
No, the Well, yes, because the evening is using up that. The backing off is the evening shift. But backing off from the encounter.
Then,
because of your super slow travel speed now.
Gotcha. I reckon we should rest. And make camp.
Do we still have to push it to back off then?
I mean, you've traveled for 2 shifts now.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, theoretically, yes, it would require a stamina roll to travel another shift.
I thought it just reduced your speed and not necessarily your ship.
The first one, at the first one, it's a flat roll. At the next one, it's a negative on the stamina roll.
Right. I'm just saying about the back off mechanic. I thought
it costs you an extra hex of movement. If you back off from an encounter without being spotted, you can circle around it off-road. This will cost you an additional hex of off-road movement modified by terrain before you can continue forward. So, problem is Brian is moving at half speed because of his crits. So, that's reducing the normal 2 hex movement down to uno.
1.
Okay.
1. Eins.
So to back off, which is something we absolutely have to do, we have to roll stamina at that point.
No, backing off you can do without rolling stamina. If you're going to continue any further.
Okay, that was my understanding.
That was the question.
So we're going to back off.
Right.
And make camp, because if we go further, we have to continue pushing.
Right.
That's where I was at.
Yes.
Okay. I think so. That might be right. I could be wrong, but that sounds right. So.
And you have super high penalties on stamina, right, Brian?
No, he only has penalties on mobility.
Yeah, -2 to mobility.
Okay.
And then I can only move, and then it's the movement speed that's slowed.
Yep.
Until I heal up.
All right. Yeah. So we're just going to have to make camp where we're at.
Yes.
Who's the camp? Who's our camper? Emmett? I think that's you. Emmett.
Normally, because that's a survival, isn't it?
Yep.
To make camp. I don't know. Chris has been doing the
hiding it.
The hidden camp.
Yeah.
That is something we absolutely fucking need.
Right, and so then he's got to do both
Yeah.
roles, recon and survival.
That's right.
All right, so survival first, then recon, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna get ants.
Ants in the pants.
B and a D.
I mean, ultimately, it doesn't matter which one first. It's just one. Both need to hold. So
9 and a 3 on the survival, so 1 success.
Okay.
Nice.
And then on the recon to cover it, 11 and a 6, so 3.
All right, so for the night shift, you're making camp, basically. And everyone else who's on watch then? And what was your recon for hiding it again? Well, how many successes?
3. 11 and a 6.
Okay. And who's on watch while he's doing that? And what's everybody else doing?
Since I got a B and a B for recon, Merrick can take watch.
Okay.
I would be trying to see if I could get a civilian to help me fix my rifle I keep breaking.
They all crash out because they're tired.
Emmett would also crash out.
Then I would take a shot at it alone again.
Do you have a weapon component or a weapon part?
I thought I just had to. Oh, that's right, I do. Do I have to have a component?
To take
now that
it
you're down
above
to
0,
zero.
you have to have a weapon part.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
right. Never
Or
mind.
a general part?
Weapon part.
Emmett would sleep.
Okay. So Merrick's on watch.
Yes, sir.
All right, Merrick, roll me a recon roll for watch.
1 success. Oof.
Okay. Cool. All right, so you don't seem to notice anything. Camp seems to be set up. Civilians are sleeping, and yeah, the nighttime passes, and it seems uneventful. Apparently. What do you guys want to do? The morning comes along. It is the morning of the 12th.
Merrick is going to go to sleep.
I am going to 4.
Roll me a d6, Kyle, for weather. Actually, yeah, I think you need to roll me another one for the nighttime, too.
Okay,
Because
so
we rolled
there's
one for the evening.
at a 5, and there's one at a 5. 2 5s.
Okay, so it is still clear. All right, so Merrick's going to sleep. And what's everybody else doing for morning shift?
I'm going to forage.
Okay.
Do we know what hex we moved to?
You didn't. You're in the same hex. It just costs an extra hex movement to back off.
Oh,
at
okay,
this
so
point,
we just
you
stayed
could-
in the same hex?
Yes.
Okay, so is that still have the river in it then?
Yes.
I just filled up our water.
I know, I just didn't
Yeah.
know if you wanted to
think
fish
about
instead of
fishing?
forage.
Oh, yeah. Good call.
Yes, the river is still in it.
Somebody's going to keep watch. Murph's going to sleep.
Okay. So Murph's sleeping, Merrick's sleeping. Who's keeping watch? Who's doing what?
I'm
By the way, the
fishing.
civilians are going to go out and also forage for food.
There we go.
Okay. I guess then I could keep watch if you wanted to try and fish or forage or whatever you're doing.
Deal. Fish.
Because I'm a C and a C, so.
So what are you doing, Kyle?
Fishing. Keep fishing if you feel it's true.
Let's see how many rations the civilians come back with. Oh, wait. They're in woods, so that should be a bonus on that. I think they get a bonus for the terrain. All right, so what are you doing, Kyle? What are you doing again? Sorry.
I am fishing.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me for your fishing.
That's survival, correct?
Yes.
Ooh, a 1.
A 1?
I only get to roll 1 die, and it was a failure.
Yep.
Because I didn't get any bonuses.
You fell in the water.
Yeah, you're unable to, yeah, because that wasn't a 1 on a push roll, right? That was just a normal 1?
That was just my OG roll.
Okay, yeah, you're unable to catch anything. Tell me what that looks like, though.
I head out fairly new to this fishing gear, so I spend the majority of the time untangling lines and trying to figure out how to cast in a good way, trying to find some sort of bait or something to work, and I kind of just fumble around and maybe get 3 good casts in before I just give up and say, I gotta get better at this.
And the civilians, the refugees, get another 2 rations of food. So, those of you that are still back there at the camp, Novik and, or Merrick, as he likes to go by, and Murph are sleeping, and Emmett, what were you doing during that? You were keeping watch,
Yeah,
right?
Emmett was watch for this shift.
Roll me a recon roll.
Okay.
for on watch.
And then do I get a
Plus two for the binoculars.
binoculars? So that makes it a B and a B.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 4 and a 1.
Okay. Well, if there's something, you don't see it.
That's right.
Okay, so LT, you come walking back up towards the camp.
Well, that was a dud.
You see Emmett sitting there, looking out in the other direction, away from you. He doesn't seem to have noticed you.
Hey, Cap. Fishing was a dud. I'm guessing there's no fish in this area.
I mean, we seem to be pretty well downstream. There should be pretty good fish for this time of year, especially seeing how we're in June.
Nope, not a one. If there was, I'd have caught him. Nothing. It's crazy.
Right.
And the rest of the shift seems to go on uneventful, and we're headed into the day shift. Murph and Novik, you guys wake up. What do you guys want to do?
Let's get it.
Yeah, if we ain't
Pack
even
up.
found out yet, let's keep moving.
Pack up and Diddy.
Double time.
Kyle, weather roll.
A 6.
All right, still sunny.
Sunnier.
Slightly sunnier.
Oh, another 6? Oh, okay, it's June. Sorry, you guys now are getting sunburns. No.
All right, so you guys start headed. What direction? What direction are you guys headed?
North.
Okay.
We're going to try and stay along the side of the river there.
Okay. All right, so you guys start heading north, and like I said, it's daytime. Murph, roll me a recon roll, and whoever's doing your survival check for navigation, roll me a survival check for your navigation.
Straight recon, right?
Yep.
Gosh, 9 and a 7. Same shit. 2 successes.
Okay. Brian?
5 and a 7, so 1 success.
Okay. So yeah, so you guys don't get lost, and you're going along, and you can kind of, every once in a while, see that river off to the left of you. You're headed through open terrain for a little while, and you get back into the woods. But as you're kind of going through the open terrain, you look up, and, like, you notice that the sky has this bluer color to it than it has in a while. And this happened before, you know, but it's always kind of has that grayish tint to it, you know, kind of like a lighter blue. And but this just starts seeming like a blue, you know, and kind of start remembering those, like, summer days. Because, I mean, we're in June now, you know what I mean? Like, we're heading into that time of year where it's like whatever the fuck it was your characters used to do during the summer before the war, like, you start remembering those things. Like, Kyle, you kind of, like, I don't know, think about summertime when you didn't actually have to work because he was a professor.
School's out from the college for summer. Yeah.
Right. And Murph, dreaming about being in Iraq for the summer, shooting people.
I was gonna say this. Or games at Fenway back in the day.
There you go. Emmett.
Oh, it's going to definitely be surfing. As it always was when the weather would get nice in the summer.
We can see shots of, like, Emmett surfing with Keanu. And Jeremy, Merrick. We don't know much about Merrick at this point. What does Merrick's summertime look like?
Merrick he's at the public pool with his son and his daughter, and he's just watching them swim, and he's just thinking about having his son on his shoulders, because his daughter was a little bit older and she would swim around, and he had his son on his shoulders and chasing after her, and he's just remembering those moments. And he kind of gets a little bit moist in the eye thinking about his son. But he takes a deep breath, and he starts thinking about his daughter and going to see her again.
And if any of you have any stress, you heal 1 point of stress.
LT liked to golf during the summer, so you see him as a douchey frat boy with a popped collar out on the golf course in the summers. A trust fund country club kid. Just
drinking Zimas.
Exactly. Just
what a douche.
Exactly. Complete golf course douche.
Perfect timing for Zimas, too.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
I knew what I was saying.
Now we'll never get our Zima sponsorship.
I think it's fine. I think they're out of business, aren't they?
I was going to say, do they still make that?
Yeah, it came back 3 years ago. Yep.
Yep.
This episode is brought to you by Zimas and Jolly Ranchers.
And clove cigarettes.
Skittles, too. They used to put Skittles in Zima.
Oh, God.
And Skull Bandits.
All right, so like I said, you guys would heal 1 point of stress if you had any. And you are continuing on.
If you or someone you love is struggling with combat-related PTSD, please call 877-717-7873. Again, that number is 877-717-PTSD. Or you can visit online ptsdusa.org. That's PTSD Foundation of America. If you call, you'll be immediately connected to a combat veteran who understands those experiences. And if you go to the website, they have in-person groups scattered throughout the United States. And if there isn't a peer group near you, they have online peer groups. Again, that's PTSD Foundation of America. If you're struggling, you don't have to go it alone.